Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. So, we're heading on back down to the Alm route for a single fight. But we got witches, so it's not gonna be an easy one. We also don't have an intro, we're just cutting straight to fight, so let's see what we got on this map. So we've got, ground troops over here, very physical characters, and up here, bit of physical, but also, well, that's only one witch. Foolish me to pluralize that one. Anyway, she's got conjure, she can make witches.
Great.
She's also got Soma, which is an item that increases attack, so that's useful. I'd like that.
Oh dear. Such naughty children, lashing out at Lord Dumas so. You've earned quite the punishment.
Another witch? Listen to me! You're being controlled! You have to fight this!
I'm sorry, Alm. You can't help her. Only death can break Duma's hold over those who have offered up their souls.
No!
This one's not a child, so we're free to murder her. Alright, so Deliverance is taking the south path. So let's just set everybody up over here. And let's just send our mages who will hopefully make it in time. It's a little bit of a jog for them. Meanwhile, we've got this group who's going to have a bit of trouble with, the witches. There they are. I want to say this is the first map I game overed in when I played the game originally. Because I just remember, I was doing okay, but then Ulm took a little too much damage, and which just decided, alright, well, he's a dead man, and he was.
That's what you get for letting a knight double you. What the hell kind of horseman are you?
Yeah, Forsyth isn't fast, but he's fast-ish. He really surprises you. Lucas is by far the more traditional knight, but it's still weird when it happens. Speedy speed knights are not common throughout the series, and when they are, they're usually considered the less good knights, because typically, you want somebody there who has on a lot of armor to soak damage, because that's kind of what the class is for. That being said, if you can get lucky, a fast knight is a good thing, of course, because that just means they won't get doubled, which is always nice. In this game especially, not getting doubled is very valuable when you take chip damage. And not getting doubled by mages is kind of imperative. Everybody has magic, nobody has resistance.
I can never internalize, stat growths enough to just, look at the growth rates and tell what type of character a character is going to be.
Mm-hmm. The problem with that is that you also have to have the context of the game itself, right? What is a good level up for this game? Because we've been over this before, if you compare Echo's growth rates to any other game in the series, just about, it's gonna look like hot trash. Meanwhile, you have Fire Emblem Awakening, where, I cannot recall if there are any characters in that game without a good HP growth rate. They're all kind of good.
Yeah. But, I was gonna say, one thing that I like about Echoes is the lack of customization. I get choice paralysis really easily, so I'm glad that there's only 3 or 4 characters that you have to make class decisions on. And almost all of them have a correct option.
Yeah, which is kind of a letdown, but at the same time,
it's a relief
there's
for
not
me.
enough customization in this game for me to care. It's not job-based RPGs. I've mentioned this before, I think usually in streams, but anytime there's a bonus boss in games like that, in Final Fantasy V, I'm just I don't want to bother with that because that demands a very specific strategy, and I've just been putting jobs on people because they look cool.
Yeah.
This person's my mage. I'm only going to give them black magic. I might give somebody else learning from Blue Mage just to make things easier, but other than that, you get your classes. I'm not doubling, tripling, or quadrupling up. That's ridiculous.
I say, despite what I just said, 5 is my favorite Final Fantasy, so, you know. Choice paralysis doesn't matter in that game because there's no consequences for switching classes.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. For like normal gameplay, yeah, you can just go with whatever and it's probably fine.
Like, you'll never get the time you spent on the old classes back, so there's a cost in that sense, but there's not a point where, like, okay, if you're not trained up by this point, you're screwed. You can always just go reclass and train your classes up at any time.
Yeah, 4-Job Fiesta rather, has done a very good job of just showing, like, hey, even if you have a really fucking weird team loadout, you can get through this.
Even if you make the worst decisions, you'll still get through.
Did you give yourself Berserker Run? Don't worry, it might be a little harder, but you can still do it. It's fine.
Alright, Berserker. If anybody comes, you get them.
My actual go-to example of not liking that sort of thing is Bravely Default, because, like, technically speaking, the bosses I got stuck on were optional bosses, but, you know, they're kind of like that story optional boss where, like, there is a quest line, there's a storyline here, and I just didn't fucking finish it because there's just one group in that set of bosses that just runs me over with a fucking train. I'm like, I've not built myself up to be able to defend against buffing the fucking summoner to high hell. I can't do this, I'm just gonna go beat the game. So yeah, I don't like correct solutions in highly customizable games. It's always just kind of annoying.
Yeah. I can see that. I guess if they're going to do it, I would prefer they keep it to the bonus boss stuff.
Yeah, that's fine if you want to require mastery for that sort of thing. Like, if I can't do it, fair enough. That's on me.
Valkyrie Profile does do that. The bonus dungeon in that game and the bonus boss, which is not in the bonus dungeon. Both kind of require you to use auto item and guts. To give you an idea of how strong that combination is, I did the bonus boss without, like, any thought aside from having auto item and guts and almost beat it. I decided not to because it was taking too long and I just didn't have anything else set up for it. But, like, auto item plus guts is just the easy mode for that game. Anyways, we're not playing that right now. We're actually playing Fire Emblem Echoes. If you're only listening and not watching, you may have forgotten.
Yeah, it's fine though. We're mostly just getting ambushed by witches at this point, which is, you know, it is an annoying strategy. Like, I have to stop my forward momentum to deal with them, but thankfully they've mostly been targeting people who can either dodge or soak up an attack, or can attack back sometimes. But now this leaves forward group in kind of an awkward place of just, I'm very close to the very strong man, and I don't want to be close to the strong man or those other witches. But now I'm kind of in enemy territory. Oh dear. Also, yeah, I went for Ulm, because again, I did game over on, I think, this map. It can be hard to tell because of how this game's set up. This could just be an identical map used later on, but either way. Witches in this particular mountain do not mix well for me.
Clive is just gonna be alone this map, huh?
I've got things to do, Clive.
No one's gonna get his support conversations. Hey, do you ever swap out the shield for Lucas? I know it's got his name on it and everything, but it is the tiniest goddamn shield.
Well, it's got his name on it, so it's staying on him.
Why did they make it so small, though? It looks pathetic.
It's just made with initial armor in mind. It would still look kinda tiny, but like, once you start getting up to this class, it's huge in comparison to the shield.
Clive!
Matilda, the artistry of your lance wings has been making my heart soar.
I have a long way to go before I can wield a lance like you, my love.
Nonsense, my darling. There is no warrior I would sooner go back-to-back with in battle than you. You will bring a certain victory. Mark my words.
I'm so very glad you agree. In truth, I was just checking. Now point me at your foes, that I may cut the louts down one by one.
Where to begin?
Actually, I kick ass.
I was fishing for compliments, you fool.
Well, that sucks.
Hey, do you think they have enough witches?
No, I don't think they have enough witches, so I think they should summon more witches. Hey, Marla, you want to summon some more? I know you do. I know you're just waiting on that witch button. Oh, Bona. Oh, hello, Tobin. Hello, Tobin, who can be a Bow Knight now. Oh, boy. Hopefully that shrine has a statue in it, because Bow Knight's very good. We've seen a couple of them. It's an archer, but with even better range, and a horse, so they can move a lot.
Yeah, the classes in this game are really good. It's a good thing they're all good, because as we mentioned earlier, there's almost no customization.
Yeah, just imagine if Bow Knight sucked. Ooh, that would be a tragedy. I don't think there's any particularly bad final promotion. They're all pretty good. Like, the worst it gets is, I think Sage is a little boring overall, considering everything else in the game. Like, female mages get to be priestesses, so like, hey, have a sword, mage. You want a sword? You can have it. Alright, time for perhaps one of the best conversations in this game.
Python.
Sir Clive, your spirits lifted yet? Sorry for running my mouth, by the way. After our last heart-to-heart, everyone blamed me for putting you out of sorts. Claire practically had me at lance point. Wait, not practically, literally. Anyway, if you could tell him to let up on poor Python, I'd appreciate it.
I apologize for what you went through, especially that lance business. It took me some time to come to grips with all you told me. Would you hear me out?
All right.
Python, I believe in structure. There should be a king and a nobility, and beneath them, common people. That is the structure I was born into. And, to be blunt, I still believe it is the structure a kingdom needs to survive. So I apologize if that does not sit well with you. But I can believe all that, and still have tremendous respect for you. I mean what I say, Python. Noble or common, any man who fights at my side is my ally and friend. I just wanted you to know that.
I really got your silk stockings in a bunch, didn't I? Well, so long as we're leveling with each other, I think you're dead wrong. Nobles living fancy while the people starve ain't structure. It's privilege. And I hate any man who looks down on me because of it. Now, does that mean I hate you? No. You may not be my favorite person in all the land, but...
Clearly not.
Touché. Well, let's just agree to disagree on this point, huh? You may not know what it is to starve or freeze, but you still put your life and livelihood at risk for the sake of others. That's enough to win my respect. I mean, it's sure as hell something you'll never catch me doing. So even if you don't have my undying affection, rest assured that you have my bow, at least until this mess is over.
This gladdens me, Python. Thank you. I cannot say what waits for us at the end of all this, but I hope that we will secure better lives for noble and commoner alike. So please, keep fighting. If not for me, then for Alm.
I said I would already, didn't I? Whatever. You got it, sir.
It's a shame that's locked behind DLC, because god, that's really good.
Yeah.
Python's so good.
Okay, it's a minor thing, but I do love that one of the witches teleported and the other two just ran out of the building.
We don't need to teleport everywhere we go, Martha. You can give it a rest.
I want to see that from the boss's perspective. What if he's like, alright, let's do this, hoorah! And the other two just calmly walk out of the building.
It's just a job, take it easy. Alright, well then. Big Boy 1 is out of the way. Now we just need to remove Big Boy 2. Shouldn't be terrible. Claire's just going to absolutely obliterate this witch. And get a very good level. Hell yeah.
Things coming up, Claire.
Yeah, you know, everything's going really well in general.
That means something bad's about to happen, right?
Got most of this down. Everything in the south is gone. And we've mostly got the witch situation under control. Just let's move all the units that are not going to see action, actually. Sorry, Forsyth. Oh, hey, the boss can move!
I'll sing you a lullaby. It's time for all the good little children to go to sleep.
Knock knock, motherfuckers, here's 20 damage against a fucking Pegasus Knight. And then the game decides to not capitalize on that at all. You could have tried to hit her.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't think she could have done anything.
But yeah, like, it wouldn't have done much. It wouldn't have killed her, but also... still better than going after Gray, because he didn't die from his volley of attacks either. I'm fine, actually. And unfortunately, so are you.
If only we had more mages ready to fire on. Alright, you better crit. Damn it, Luthier.
Well, you tried, I guess. I was kind of hoping for, you know, a simple combination attack, but whatever, you know. It's fine. None of us are perfect.
How can I help?
Alright, get his ass, Shade. You missed his ass completely.
It's almost like this class is designed around survival.
Yeah, but survival against punching, though, not from magic and accuracy.
My god! Okay, good. You have... oh, my god.
Yeah, this is where skills come in handy, because that is a very hardy man right there.
My thanks.
The man is made mostly of beef.
Allow me.
And he just kind of falls over. Oh, I'm tired. Alright, so at this point we've got a good numbers advantage. The main issue, of course, is the fact that Marla will kind of destroy anybody who approaches her. Also, this technically counts as magic damage attacking from a distance, so it's not much damage, but I'm just here to soften you up. Because it's not like Gray is actually going to be able to kill Marla. That's not happening.
Alright, we've got her surrounded.
We still don't have the advantage.
Now, who is going to bell the cat?
I should also mention, of course, that this was my first take on this one, but man, after getting a really good level up with Claire, I was very worried when I saw, oh, the boss moves, didn't remember that. Did not think to mark her. And Cliff gets Sagittae, so he can aura people. And guess what? Hitting her once actually removed too much HP for her to use aura.
Oh dear. Such stubborn children. You should listen to your...
Doom ain't my god, get out of here.
I can tell I'm getting stronger.
And that's that. We got her precious Soma. Jesus Christ, Topin.
Easy,
Alright, well then, that was quite the fight. Either direction Alm goes is going to be a lengthy experience though, so next time we'll do one of those. I would like to say that Celica will be too busy getting steel spears to be the next protagonist for the episode, but I'm probably not going to bother with that one.
I'm gonna start calling Tobin Salem because of how many witches he's killed.